Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Scoreboard Keepers. I am your host, the Ref, and we'll be right back in 30 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to the Scoreboard Keepers. We're around here, we don't keep receipts, we keep the score. So if you want to get on the board, make your point. If it makes sense, we'll add it to the board. If it don't, we won't. Scoreboard Keepers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Scoreboard Keepers. I am your host, the Ref, and as you can see, who made the board today? None other than yours truly, Jimmy Butler, Jimmy Buckets. Jimmy Buckets, man. Jimmy Butler, aka Jimmy Buckets, has made the board today. And this shouldn't take us no longer than 10 minutes. Y'all know this is our 10-minute breakdown. We're going to get this clock rolling. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're diving into a 10-minute breakdown of Jimmy Butler's impact on the Golden State Warriors since his arrival. Let's explore how this blockbuster trade has transformed the team and elevated their playoff aspirations, which it has significantly, man, since he's arrived there. The trade basically changed everything. Jimmy Butler joined the Warriors in February 2025, and the team's fortunes shifted dramatically. Before his arrival, the Warriors were struggling with a 25-26 record and ranked 19th in offensive efficiency, and that's with Steph Curry on the team. Since the trade, they've gone 15-3, climbing to the 6th seed in the Western Conference. Now, you guys know good and well that could be the most dangerous 6th seed in the NBA basketball playoffs. That's a dangerous 6th seed, and especially at home in that building. Now, we all know that there's some teams that's not supposed to be where they are. It happens in every sport, even in the NFL. You'll have a team that's, they're trying to change that rule right now also, about these teams, the division winners. You know what I'm saying? The division winners are making the playoffs before some of these teams that are in other divisions with much better records. And I'm in total agreement with that. I think Detroit Lions are pushing that envelope right now. And I support it 110%. But looking at this team right here, if they're sitting in the 6th seed and you got to face Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler, there's a high percentage chance that you could be going home and not knowing how you got there. Basically going fishing. That's what they call it. Butler's impact on the court can be seen. I mean, it's evident, right? Butler has brought leadership, defensive intensity, and playmaking to the Warriors. He averages of 17.2 points and 5.9 rebounds a game and 6 assists per game. So, I mean, that's crucial. He's also improved the team's free throw shooting, helping the team rise from last place to first in the league. What? You don't see that's impact, people. That's impact. Let me just tell y'all, that's impact. And for that kind of impact, Jimmy, hot damn. How you go from last to first? That's incredible. Jimmy Buckets, man. I'm going to tell you right now. And he's been around the league for a little bit too, man. And still playing at a very high level, man. He's just a baller. He's just that guy that's always around the gym, man. You know what I mean? He's been in some big games throughout his career. You know what I mean? And I mean, been some key games lately with the Warriors. A victory over the Bucks. Butler scored 24 points along with 10 assists and 8 boards, leading the Warriors to a 104-93 win. I mean, he was scratching on the door of a damn triple-double. And it's ironic that he had those numbers because he came and got a triple-double against the Trailblazers. Butler scored 15 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists in a 130-120 victory over the Portland Trailblazers. So it's kind of crazy. But you know that Um, in basketball, it's 5 players on the court, okay, on your team. All right. And it has to be something called chemistry, which is very important. The cohesion of the team. So he obviously he hit the ground running, right? You got to have some kind of chemistry. You come right out of the gate and you just fit and blend right in. Butler's partnership with Stephen Curry has been a game changer. Curry's scoring average has jumped from 22.7 to 29 points per game since Butler joined. Great players make others around them better, man. That's all I can tell you. Great players make others around them better. There's no other way that you can explain it. This is what Michael Jordan and them did. This is why you can't complain. You can't compare all greats to some of the players that's playing today, because you can judge it based on the players surrounding them. They didn't run to other teams and stuff like that. They stayed where they were to stay put, and they won where they were. You know what I mean? Head coach Steve Kerr praised Butler's ability to disrupt defenses and create opportunities for teammates. Man, that's a team player there, man. And I mean, right now it's playoff time. So, I mean, you're looking forward to going into playoffs hot. And we just did it, we just talked about the Houston Rockets yesterday. They're another hot team. Now, just imagine if 2 has to play 6. Just imagine. That's who Houston could be drawing. 2 could be playing 6. And we all know damn well that that's not your average 6 seed teams. Now, we're calling it right now. This is what the scoreboard keepers do, right? This is what we do. We do this over here. Now, I'm telling you right now, there's a good possibility that now we're high on Houston Rockets right now, but if they end up getting the Golden State Warriors in the first round, they're going home. With Butler's leadership and the team's improved performance, the Warriors are now considered legitimate title contenders. Their offensive and defensive ratings have climbed to 5th and 2nd in the league, respectively. I mean, you talking about, damn it, you're talking about title contenders and they're in the 6th seed. They're telling you low key in Morse code that this is not your average bear. Okay? This is not your average bear. You're going to have something to deal with. So what challenges could they possibly be facing, you know what I'm saying, and going forward here with all this chemistry brewing and stuff like that? While the Warriors have been on a hot streak, maintaining consistency and adapting to the playoff pressure will be key. Butler's presence has undoubtedly boosted the team, but the road to a championship is never easy. You're right. It's not. But guess what? It can be, depending on what goes down in these playoffs, because you have teams doing things that you don't expect. Like we said, Houston climbed its way up into that. They went from 5th seed to 2. Houston Rockets did. And it could look good for them right now. The problem is that Golden State is sitting at 6. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for the Houston Rockets, because they're actually on a 9-game winning streak right now. But we all seen Jimmy do this to teams, man. We seen him do this to teams while he was in Miami. We seen him do it to Boston. Listen, we saw Jimmy Butler do some things to some teams, man. Do you know that one year where he just totally went bananas? He went unconscious on Boston. He just went batshit crazy. This is the same thing. This is the same type of situation. He's very familiar being in that position and having. And I believe Boston was number 1 at the time. I believe Boston was a 1 seed. This is not uncommon for Jimmy Butler, man. And you got Steph right there. Man, Houston Rockets, you guys better be very careful. Whoever finishes in that 2 seed better be very careful. But it's our personal opinion here at the Scoreboard Keepers that if you're the Golden State Warriors, you couldn't ask for a better selection than the Houston Rockets right now. I think they would match up very well with that team. When I say very well, I mean very well. They could possibly, You beat the 2. You knock off the 2. Let me tell you something, man. That first round of the playoffs in the Western Conference is going to be fun. I'm watching them, and I'm also watching Houston also. So, ladies and gentlemen, listen, man. I need you guys to make sure you guys comment below and let me know how you feel about this situation, about where, about Jimmy Butler being there, and what do you think their aspirations are in your mind, in your opinion, on the playoffs, and how far do you think they could go? Because right now, to me, the sky is the absolute limit for them. I mean, when you got Jimmy Butler on your team, man, you become a very dangerous fish. You don't want to stick a toe in the water, and you don't want to be playing around with them. Low key, those stats that we just talked about are eye-opening because he's making everybody better, including Steph. And foul shots, amongst other things. That's a recipe for a world championship. I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, that's a recipe for a world championship, or at least the finals. And ladies and gentlemen, I know you hear the buzzer. That's our 10-minute rundown on Jimmy Butler and the Warriors. Stay tuned for more updates, and always keep it locked on the Scoreboard Keepers podcast. And how do you do that? You got to absolutely like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thumb up the video. Get it out there, and we look forward to seeing you guys on the next episode of the Scoreboard Keepers. And before we go, we always give honor, glory, and praise to the Most High God, not just any God, but the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that God, because that's the God we serve over here, ladies and gentlemen. And congratulations to Jimmy Butler and his success over there with the Golden State Warriors and Steph, because I know you guys are going to be a menace in the playoffs, and I look forward to seeing it. So until the next time we see you guys, God bless and score. Well done, Jimmy Butler.